The first frozen body was found at dawn. No coat, no shoes, no signs of struggle, but the phone in his pocket was still warm. And when the coroner picked it up, it rang. The caller ID showed his own name. That was the moment everyone realized the cold wasn't what killed them. The winter that hit North Dakota that year didn't come loudly. No blizzards, no dramatic warnings, just cold. The kind that seeps into bone, the kind that doesn't scream. It waits. Temperatures dropped to -40 overnight. Cars wouldn't start. Breath turned sharp. The air itself felt heavy. At 6:12 a.m., a jogger found the first body. A man kneeling in the snow outside a gas station. Hands pressed together like he was praying. Eyes open. Frozen solid. His name was Daniel Reed, 30, software engineer. No history of mental illness. No reason to be outside, except for one thing. His phone log showed a call at 2:47 a.m. Incoming from a blocked number. Duration, 12 minutes. Detective Laura Kessler had worked winter deaths before. Drunks, exposure, bad decisions. This felt different. Within 3 days, 5 more bodies were found. All outside, all barefoot, all holding their phones. And every single one of them had answered a call shortly before dying. Same details every time. Call from unknown. No voicemail. Long duration. Phone battery still warm despite the cold. And the strangest part, the last outgoing call was always to a family member. Missed. The 7th victim changed everything. A college student named Evan Brooks had a voicemail saved. Not sent, but recorded. Laura listened to it in the precinct's evidence room. At first, it was just wind. Then, a voice. Soft, breathing. Evan. A pause. I'm cold. Evan whispered back, barely audible. Mom. The voice answered instantly. Yes, baby. I'm right here. Open the door. The recording ended with footsteps. Bare feet on snow. Doctors claimed hypothermia causes confusion. Hallucinations. False warmth. But this wasn't confusion. Victims were coherent. They unlocked doors, got dressed, walked long distances. One woman drove 8 miles before abandoning her car on the highway and walking into an open field. She answered her phone while walking. The call lasted 23 minutes. An old climatologist named Dr. Henry Lowe contacted the police. He had studied extreme cold events in the 1980s. Classified research. He told Laura one sentence she never forgot. Extreme cold doesn't just kill the body. It breaks the boundary between signals. Signals, radio, cellular, human. He explained it like this. When temperatures drop far enough, sound travels differently. Electrical impulses behave differently. And sometimes, voices leak through. Cell tower logs revealed something impossible. During every death, the towers showed outgoing signals. With no origin, calls appeared to come from everywhere at once. Not a phone. Not a device. More like, the air itself was calling. Her name was Rachel Moore. She lived because she didn't answer. At 3:11 a.m., her phone rang. Caller ID Dad. Her father had died 3 years earlier, frozen during a hunting trip. The voicemail he left that night was recorded automatically. Laura listened. Rachel's voice trembled. Dad? Silence. Then, I can't feel my hands anymore, the voice said. It's dark. Let me in. Rachel started crying, but she didn't answer. She threw the phone under a pillow. And outside her window, footprints appeared in the snow. Bare, standing, waiting. Dr. Lowe explained the theory no one wanted to hear. The cold didn't imitate voices. It used memories. When the human body gets cold enough, the brain prioritizes familiarity, comfort, warmth. The calls weren't random. They were tailored, perfect. And when someone answered, they gave permission. Permission for what? Replacement. The cold needed body to walk, to move, to spread. On the 10th night, the government acted. Every phone in the state buzzed at once. Emergency weather alert. Extreme cold warning in effect. Then a second message appeared. One line. If your phone rings tonight, do not answer. No explanation, No apology, just fear. Phones rang anyway, all night. In houses, in apartments, in hospitals. People watched their screens light up with names that shouldn't exist. Dead parents, lost children, former lovers. Some answered, most didn't. By morning, 14 more people were gone. When temperatures finally rose, the calls stopped. Cell towers returned to normal. The official report blamed mass hysteria and exposure. The recordings were sealed, classified, but Lara kept one file. A call log from the last victim. Time 4:02 a.m. Caller ID, Laura Kessler. Duration, 0 o'clock. Missed. They say cold takes lives. That's not true, cold asks. It calls you by name, uses voices you trust, promises warmth, and all it needs is for you to answer. So tonight, if your phone rings in the cold, let it ring. Because some calls aren't meant to be answered, and some voices are already inside the winter.